How can this be for the greater good? The greater good. Shut it!
Hey guys, Andy here from Mediocre Hobbies and
Dave from the Golden Gin.
And we are bringing you the first battle report in the next arc.
Yeah, so battle report 6.
Yeah, so this battle report is going to focus around the beast snaggers making their way over to the next target of engagement. I'm then looking for a fresh foe to fight. Looking for a nice squishy fight, and that will take the form of the Tau Empire. I'm not sure if they'll be quite as squishy as they hoped, but only this game will tell.
But the Iron Warriors told us it was going to be a great fight, you know, be great crack.
Yeah,
we get to go smashy, 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 smashy.
The Iron Warrior Puppet Masters controlling the Orks is an interesting one, yeah, for sure. Love it. So yeah, I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning last night finishing off the Tau Force for this game. So I do apologise if it's not up to the standards that you like to see normally, but I did what I could. I promise I'll add some extra touches to them later on, but I'm quite happy with how they look so far.
Do I get to use that excuse as well for like staying up till 2 o'clock and still working on the edit for the last one that they will have seen by the time this one comes out as well?
I mean, you can. I'm not sure they'll care that much. Like,
no,
but,
true.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, how do you feel about today's game?
Yeah, I get to channel my inner orc, you know, and get to try and destroy my throat by constantly speaking like an orc and bouncing up and down in the one place. It's gonna be great. Yeah, I really enjoyed playing the orcs last time around. It seemed to work out well enough for me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I can be quite as confident because the Tau aren't so much relying on, you know, old school technology of basically a flintlock and a musket to try and drive them off. It's a little bit more like I'm the savages and you're there standing with, you know, rail guns from 90 miles away, so reaching you might be the hard bit, but yeah, so I suppose the story picks off. We're going to be working our way through the terrain here. Obviously, big thanks to GameMat.eu for providing the gorgeous scenery and board that we're going to be playing on today. Again, as always guys, really appreciate the support on the channel, really appreciate all the help that you've given us. So the convoy is working its way through the desert, shouldering its way past the rubble and the sand dunes, making a lot of noise, you know, as orcs are wont to do. Orks. And basically halfway on their journey towards the supposed Tau stronghold is where our battle report is going to kick off. So we will be back in a second with the armies deployed. Warboss Nashtooth, coming up towards where they think the Tau are, has ordered his boys to spread out, fan out, and start searching them out. So for this game, he's brought the kill rig and the hunter rig, both paired up with a unit of squig hog boys riding on the flanks just to keep them secure. Whereas the boss is going straight down the center, stomping through the canyon, accompanied by his band of 10 snagga boys.
I'm the biggest, so I'm the boss.
The objectives are fairly simple. I need to try and find where the Tau are, and then Warboss Nashtooth is gonna have a word with the big shiny suit and see if he can't get a new prize to stick on his backpack. So let's see if we can't root out those sneaky, sneaky Tau.
Okay, and in true Tau fashion, especially one that's based like an army like this, which is an all battlesuit army, we are going to drop into the fray and surprise the orc army from all sides. At least that's what's going to happen in my head. The story playing out through my mind right now is then one of pure epicness, not one of battlesuits dropping, whiffing, and then getting beat up by orcs. So let's hope that's not what's going to happen. So my deployment zone is pretty much empty. Nothing here except for one squad of 4 Mark-alike drones, which have basically scouted out the battlefield first, have found the orc contingent, sent the equivalent information back to the Manta dropships, who are currently up above, and they're about to rain down battlesuit hell on the orcs. So let's hope it works out.
So we're into Orc turn 1. Obviously we can't see any Tau on the battlefield, you know, but we's thinking, and maybe there's some of them invisible Taus around. So what we's gonna do is we's gonna move up and fan out so that they's got less places that they can hide. My throat is going to be destroyed by the end of this battle report. So goal is going to be, for this turn anyway, because there's nothing here to shoot, there's nothing here to crump. What is this for Orcs? Nothing to crump. But we're going to fan up the board, spread out a little bit, so if the Tau decide to show their cowardly faces, we'll at least be within crumping distance. So the Orcs have moved up, seized control of the center of the, I can't even call it a battlefield. There's nothing to crump. It's just we've moved up and claimed the desert. So we're just sitting down making sand castles waiting for something to happen.
Don't worry. We'll be able to watch.
I don't like that feeling. It's not a good feeling. It's not an orky feeling. So that's the end of my first turn. We've moved up to a bit more of an advantageous position. But I don't know what happens next. I don't know where the tower. I don't like this.
I know.
Yeah, that's what I don't like.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the end of my first turn, and we're going to now move on to Tau turn 1.
Okay, as is the path of the fire warrior slash battlesuit men, we are now going to be dropping from on high to surround the Orcs and unleash an ungodly amount of firepower. Now, we know the rules-ish. We know strategic reserves cannot come in on turn 1, they're supposed to come in the movement phase of my turn 2, but as there's nothing really going on in the battlefield, I mean, it would just go Dave's turn, do nothing, my turn again, and then something would happen. So we thought that was a little bit boring for you guys. So we're just going to go with that rule, and I'm going to bring in my strategic reserves from turn 1, so we should give you a good kind of 5-turn battle report, as long as it lasts that long, just like all the other ones. So hope you enjoy that, and now I'm going to drop in all of the Tau.
Crisis team ready. Battle suits on the field. If the Ethereals will it. Broadside battle suits ready. I will spread the greater good.
Woo! Superhero landing!
Yeah, that's really hard on your knees.
Okay guys, so we are thoroughly in the midst of the battle now, and we thought it would be a good opportunity to bring you guys the objectives for today's game. So it is very much a search and destroy mission for both sides. So for me, my job is to kill the war boss and destroy or immobilize both of the big angry rigs.
Whereas on my side, it's less a search and destroy, it's more a find and crump. So the Orc objectives is, you know, go for the biggiest, the shiniest and the toughest and prove we's the boss. So we're going to go and smash up the Commander Broadsword and Broadside and the
Commander Breakdown.
Sorry. So we're going to try and smash up Commander Breakdown and try and smash up the stealth battlesuit, the Ghost Keel.
So you got a Ghost Keel, a Broadside, and Commander Breakdown are the 3 primary objectives for the Orcs to crumpin'. And then I will be, like I said, taking out the Orcs and the rigs.
So I think similar to one of the previous battle reports we've done, we'll tot up the scores at the end and see who comes out on top.
Tau.
Orcs.
So as you can see, the Tau have dropped on high. there is many battle suits and many drones on the table. 28 drones painted in one day. 28 drones. Lots of drones, lots of battle suits on the table. All ready to unleash absolute hell and mayhem on the now kind of surrounded orc force. Like we described in the objective scenario, all of the key points have coins next to them. So if that unit is destroyed, the coin will go to Dave. So it's one here, one on Commander Breakdown, and one on the Ghost Keel. And same for Dave, we have one on his War Boss and one on each of the rigs. So basically whoever has the most coins by the end of turn 5 will be claimed the victor and win the game. So let's see how that goes.
Thing says, so much shooting is about to happen to you. You're dead.
Please God. That's what I thought last time I played and it didn't happen. Okay, so I'm going to start with I always like rolling the most amount of dice ever. It's just my favorite thing in the world. So you're going to start with this suited team with all of the burst cannons. But first, that's not actually the first thing I'm going to fire. I'm going to fire the 4 marker lights from the marker light squad here. We are going to target the piggy boys here. So, well, I managed to hit you with 3 marker lights, so they'll take that. So there's 3 marker light tokens on that squad of Squig Hog boys.
It's not exactly a good start for me, is it?
Oh, it'll get much worse, don't worry about that. So first things first, the drones out of this squad are going to split fire. The 3 marker light drones that are in this squad are going to aim at the kill rig. So I'm gonna see if I can get I managed to get 2 more marker light hits. I'm using my orange Tau kill team dice to represent marker light hits on things. Then the other 3 drones inside of the squad are going to shoot at the Squig Hog boys. Now, are they within half range for rapid fire? I don't know. Don't think so. I think the range is only like 18. So half of that would be like 9. So no. So we're just going to fire off 6 shots, which hit on 5. So I'm not sure if they can benefit from the marker light. So no hits from that. But moving on to the burst cannons, they are going to spend one of the marker light tokens to make them +1 to hit. And that is an awful lot of shots ringing out to meet the Squig Hog boys. That's actually 18 shots per battle suit as they are carrying 3 burst cannons apiece. So I don't nearly have enough tower dice to do that. So we're going to do 18 at a time, especially each battle suit firing at a time and then working out our results.
So we're basically just doing Gimli versus Legolas, but with, you know, miniguns.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So they are now 3s to hit because we used the marker light token. These are all strength 5 because they're Tau burst cannons. I don't know what toughness a Squig Hog boy is. I know the boys on foot are 5. Are they actually 6?
I think they are toughness 6. Let me just double check that really quickly. So yeah, confirmed there, they are indeed toughness 6.
So it'll be 5s to hurt you. I like these dice. So that's 7 wounds from the first one. So I'm just going to go straight in again with the second battle suit, firing off his burst cannons. Take away the 1s and 2s. I like these dice, buddy. They've done well so far.
Yeah, I don't like these dice.
You don't touch them. You're not allowed to touch them. Don't even look at them.
Avert my gaze.
Yeah. So that's 7. 4 from the second one brings total to 11.
See, if I don't look at the dice, then I can't see all the number of hits and I just feel better,
Oh
right?
my God, look at that.
No, I don't look.
Oh my God, it's so good. We're up to 11 so far. 5s to wound. 11, so 14 wounds from the burst cannons onto your Squig Hog boys.
Jesus. Okay, let's see how that orcish armor holds up. Not too good, I'm gonna guess, but let's see how we go.
So 14 saves on your Squig Hog boys.
All right, guys, place your bets. Are we gonna see Dave dice this game or not? So that's 1 dead Squig Hog, 2 dead Squig Hogs, and 1 Squig Hog on a single wound remaining.
I like these. Okay, so the next squad of battle suits with the twin fusion missile pod combination is going to fire. As per usual, I'm going to fire off all of the drones first. So there's 2 shield drones, which won't fire at all, of course. 1 marker light drone, So I'm going to try and pepper this marker light drone over onto these guys. So it's going to require a 5 to hit. So no drones over there. I've got 2 gun drones. And they're going to try and pepper this thing. 2 hits, which is pretty good. It's going to require 5s, 2 wounds. So 1 wound on this thing.
It's not bad.
And then we'll fire off all the actual battlesuit weapons now.
So what are these guys carrying?
Double fusion and a missile pod.
That doesn't sound like something you really want to have shooting at a vehicle.
No. It's pretty bad for that actually. Like I would actively recommend that you don't let that happen to your rig.
So do you want to not do that?
Oh no, I'm going to do it. Like this is your problem. It's not my problem. Okay, so I'm going to use the marker light obviously, so to give them +1 to hit. So 6 fusion blasters. 4 of them have found their mark. Now I am tough, strength 8 with mine, and you're also toughness 8, so it's pretty good. So it's going to be 4s to hurt you. 3 of them did go through. That's -4 d6 damage.
So 3 up save. It's going to go straight through.
Do you have any sort of invulnerable or any crit? Like ramshackle gives you any?
Ramshackle reduces the damage if it's strength 8 or below, if it's less than strength 8. So that's not going to make any difference. I better just double check. Do I get a?
Orks usually get it like it doesn't matter if that bit blows off kind of save.
Yeah, problem is because it's only if it's strength 8 or if it's below strength 8. If it's strength 9, it just cracks straight through all the extra gubbins that we like to strap onto our vehicles.
Oh no, okay, so 3d6 damage, 12.
So he's got 4 wounds remaining from 1 sure range of shots. I hate you. Of course, Andy was correct. The Beast Snagger rule does apply to the vehicles as well. So I might be able to claw back some of those wounds if I can roll a 6 here. Let's see. Is Morker Gork with me? No, of course not. Of course not. I thought he was done.
No, I got missile pods to him, like, so 3 missile pods firing at you. They hit on 3s because of the marker light that was on it. They require 5s to wound you because you're extremely tough. I'm gonna re-roll that one. Now that unit is done, you can be fine now. But see the commander next to him who's got loads of guns. That's gonna shoot you next.
I do actually have to roll that save for that 1 marker or 1 gun drone that damages as well, don't I?
Of course that saves.
Yeah, that saves it. That's the one it saves. The little plinky plasma.
Not
shot.
the fusion gun, just
Not
the
fusion gun.
yeah. Okay, Commander Breakdown is having his debut shooting of the campaign. Commander Breakdown is actually one of the channel Patreons, so that's why he gets the character named after him. So, hey Breakdown, you guys finally on the table shooting. Stop annoying me now. So we're going to start up with these pair of plasma rifles firing at the rig here. So I would use a marker light, but I don't need it because he hits on 2s anyway, like that. Plasma rifles are only strength 7, I think. Oh no, they're strength 8, so it's going to be 4 to hurt you. 1 wound goes through, and it is -4, 3 damage from a plasma rifle. So you get your 6-up waggy sail or whatever you call it, just to keep you.
Really need to keep this thing alive.
Yeah.
Oh,
So anyway, the more guns. So fusion gun is going to fire. It misses, and then the missile pods both hit, requiring 5s to do any damage. No. So I just do 3 damage to your rig with the Commander Breakdown. I'll take that.
Yeah, it only had 2 wounds remaining.
Oh, you're dead, or
So unfortunately, that means that the first coin of the battle goes to the Tau.
I've never been handed one of the coins before because usually I'm losing. Nice.
So it means that unfortunately the hunter rig is removed before it gets to do anything, but it does then disgorge its cargo of 10 orc boys who are none too pleased to be dumped in front of all of these guns. I might have something to say about that in a minute.
So moving over to the next squad of battle suits that have dropped down with twin plasma and missile pods. They're all going to open fire on the Squig Hog boys here. So it's going to be 6 plasma shots. Now I don't have access to any mark lights for these guys, so they're going to hit on 4s. Half of them hit, as is tradition, and they are going to hurt you on 3s because they're strength 8. 3 wounds. These are -4, 3 damage apiece.
I'm really getting some great runs out of those needing to roll invulnerable saves, haven't I? So straight through their 4-up armor. And
is this what winning feels like? Okay, so the sneaky ghost keel that came down in his deployment zone is going to fire off its fusion collider into the second rig. So yeah, no marker lights are on that target, so it's going to be a straight up 4s to hit. So 2 hits. I believe they're strength 9. Fusion colliders are indeed strength 9, so
course they are.
3s to hurt you. So 2 wounds go straight through, -4 d6 damage.
Alright, Gork and Mork, don't fail me now. What did I just say?
And d6 apiece. 6 wounds torn off of your beautiful rig.
So that brings it down to 8 wounds remaining. Boom. Boom. I think I'm starting to understand this idea of, you know, Tau, like in guns. I don't like it.
I do.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so the broadside is now going to open fire. I've owned the new broadside models since the day they came out, and this is the first time I've ever fired them in anger, so I'm delighted. So I'm going to try a long shot across the battlefield and take out the last Squig Hog Boy on the table, because they caused me so much trouble in the last game. So, and there's a marker light point left on him, so I can spend that to get +1 to hit. So, with his double heavy rail cannon shots with their 60-inch range, they hit on 3s. 1 actually misses, 1 hits, strength 9, so hitting him on 3s. A wound, -4, d3 plus 3 damage. So you get your crazy 6-up save, no?
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Go to sleep, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Oh no! Okay guys, I will call first turn for the Tau a success, as we have managed to destroy a kill rig and 2 units of Squig Hog Boys with the massed firepower. Now I did have a bit of a gamble with that because I dropped in so close to deliver that kind of gut punch to the Orc army. It does mean that the Orcs will be charging Tau this turn, so I've got to see how well I can weather that, how many units I'm going to lose in return, and then try and go from there. So I don't say wish me luck because I'm doing all right, but you know, for the greater good.
How can this be for the greater good? Shut it!
Orc turn 2. So Orc turn 1, bit boring, you know, nothing to fight. And then Tau turn 1, they turn up and all my big shiny things get blasted off the board. And they start poking holes in my lovely big kill rig. So the Orcs is a bit pissed off, we's a bit annoyed. So we decided, right, sod it, they're not having all the fun, we're calling the The commander calls out the wah, so this turn my Orcs are going to be able to run and charge, and when they get into combat they're going to be showing the Tau what the real meaning of putting the hurting and the crumping is on, with the extra attack on everyone. So my Orc units are going to surge forward, try and tie up the battle suits in combat. The Orc unit on the actual kill rig itself is going to hop out, and then both those units are going to try and take out the ghost keel, because we can't have that thing flitting around in our back lines, jumping around thinking it's all fancy and what we're going to show it how you're really meant to fight.
Why do I feel like in the next game there'll be like a looted ghost keel stomping around the battlefield?
I'll be okay with that.
Hit 'em hard, boys! They don't stand a chance!
Will I tell him or will you guys tell him how Tau stand and shoot works? We'll just let him wait and see. Okay.
Okay, so now we move on to the Orc Psychic phase. So I have only the one Psyker in the army, but he was rather effective against the Krieg the last time round. so hopefully he's going to be able to show his worth against the Tau battlesuits as well. So we're going to start off by casting Frazzle. So it's cast on a 6. So it does go off. So I roll a dice for every enemy unit within 9 inches of the Psyker, and on a 4+, they suffer D3 mortal wounds. So it is going to tag the Ghost Keel. Do the drones count as a separate unit or as the same unit?
Oh, they're part of his unit.
Part of the same unit. So it's going to be on a 4 or more. Just like that, they take a mortal wound.
I shall use the orange dice like before to mark down wounds on my guy. Yeah.
They're then going to follow that up by trying to cast Smite on him. So Smite is cast on a 5. So it goes off on a 6 and does D3 mortal wounds to him, doing a further 3 mortal wounds.
You can flick my dice, please.
Those dice get flicked. And that's going to bring an end to my Psychic phase. Shooting phase wise, obviously 3 of my guys have charged forward, so they won't actually be able to fire as they're running pell-mell full speed to get to grips with the enemy. But the Hunter rig did manage to save itself some time to actually fire off a couple of shots as it's advancing, so we're going to jump straight into firing from the kill rig. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so we're going to go straight on to the shooting now. So the kill rig fired up with all that psychic energy. We're going to bring the War Tower back into play. So again, because we manifested a psychic power successfully, it goes from being an assault 1 weapon to an assault D3 weapon. So it's going to fire 2 shots, and thankfully we don't need to worry about your Wazzy stealth suit gubbins. We hits automatically with this thing. And it is a grand total of strength 9 minus 3 and D6 damage. So
Strength 9 for my toughness of 7.
Okay, so wounding it on 3s. So both managed to wound, and minus 3 on each of those.
So I have a 3-up save standard, so I will get my 6-up save, which I pass 1 off. I'll take that.
Nicely done. And D6 damage on the one that goes through. 2 damage. So 2 wounds on the Ghost Keel so far.
Okay, so we've just had a quick update to taking wounds on this thing earlier. So I took off the 2 drones and gave the battlesuit 2 wounds. So he'll go up to 4 wounds now.
Of course, there are still lots more guns where that came from. So
Yeah, they seem to have a lot of guns on those things.
they do, yeah. So the Heavy Lobba in the unit is going to fire at it as well. So basically, it's going to fire all its guns at the Ghost Keel. So the Heavy Lobba fires D6 shots. So it's firing 3 shots. These are strength 6. So normally we'd be hitting on 4s because it counts as a vehicle and we're beast nagas, so we get a bonus to that. But the Ghost Keel itself means I'm hitting it at -1 to that. So I'm just hitting him on 5s. So 1 managed to hit. Strength 6, so I'm going to need 5s to wound him. So it does manage to wound him, and it goes -1 to his armor.
4-up save for me, which I fail.
And it does 2 damage.
Put him down to 6 wounds taken. He only has 12 wounds. You've taken half the wounds off him and taken out of 2 drones so far. So
Not a
too
bad
shabby.
start. We'll fire the Sticker Cannon next, which is going to hit again on 5s. Fires a single shot, which does find its mark. It doesn't manage to wound, unfortunately. And then the Butcher Boys on the back don't fire anything off. That is all the shooting. So it's now on to the Crumpin Phase. Let's see if we can't just smash that thing under a, charging rhinoceros pulling a giant psychic gun tower.
I don't like the sound of that.
I do. Okay, we're going to start into the charges. So we're going to work our way, my left, your right, across the battlefield until we've completed all the charges. I say completed. Hopefully we make all the charges. So we'll start off with the Beast Naga boys charging into the unit of battlesuits. So 10-inch charge I think should be enough.
I think we're in with that one.
Indeed we are. So they charge forward and get ready to start crumping some big shiny battlesuits.
You gonna leave some room, see if that war boss can get in? Or?
Oh yeah. I'm not going to make the same mistake I did with the Carnifex and Foncho the Magnificent. So the war boss, 5, but because of Eerie Go, he gets to re-roll it. A 6, unfortunately he's not going to make it in this turn. That is disappointing in the extreme.
Sounds like a lazy war boss to me.
Just a little bit. Over here, we're going to charge these guys into the Fusion Blasters. So that's a point blank charge. They're going to get straight in there. Not a bother at all on them.
I don't like where this is going.
This is going to Pain Town. Pain Train is leaving the station. And then of course we're going to have these guys charge straight down the valley into the... let's try that again. That's more like it. Oh god, that was scary for a second.
So this is the one that I'm choosing to stand and shoot against. I'm going to fire up all my burst cannons and all that malarkey into these orcs and see if I can do any damage. So just like before, I don't have nearly enough dice to fire 60 odd burst cannon shots, so I'm going to do them 18 at a time from each guy into the orc boys. So I get a couple of 6s with the first one, so that's 3. The second battlesuit firing, another 3, so we're up to 6 shots fired. And then another 2, so that's 8. And then we'll go in for the rapid firing gun drones. Get an additional 1. So we've got 9 strength 5 shots. 3, 6, 9. Wounding you on 4s. So 5 wounds on your orc boys with the burst cannons and carbines.
Okay, let's see if we can wreck the place while I go frantically searching for dice, and let's see if we can't keep those 5 orcs in the fight. Fortunately not. I do actually lose 4 on the way in, plinked down by the incoming hail of fire. So then hopefully finishing the charge phase in style, the kill rig brays and roars and charges forward to smash into the hunter. 5-inch charge, I don't think that's enough. I think I might want to be re-rolling that. No, I'm going to need a 7 at a minimum to make the charge. There we go, that's what we want. An 8-inch charge sends this rhinoceros smashing into the front of the ghost keel. Even with only 8 wounds remaining, it still packs a punch on the charge. So hopefully we're going to be able to put that battlesuit down. So, starting off with the first squad of boys, smashing into the burst cannon broadside battlesuits. Burst cannon battlesuits. Say that 5 times fast. So, dishing out 4 attacks apiece on the charge with the wild energy coursing through them. They're going to be hitting on 3s. So get rid of the 1s and 2s there.
Please do.
That's not too bad actually. And wounding the battlesuits on 4s at -1 to their armor saves. So that is grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds on the battlesuits at -1 to their saves.
Okay, so I'll be back to you guys in 1 second once I figure out how wound allocation on drones and battlesuits and enforcer armor suits all works together. So just give me 2 seconds. So I'm going to take all 6 of my saves on the 6 drones who have 4 up armor, -1 for the orcs are 5 up. So 5 up saves. I managed to save 2 of the drones. Another 4 drones come crashing down and are killed. So I'm going to remove the 3 gun drones and 1 marker light drone and leave the other 2 marker light drones in place.
Okay, so moving on to the next squad of orcs. So again, smashing into the fusion gun armed battlesuits. They start laying about themselves with their choppers. So again, hitting on 3s. A little bit better, I think. Maybe not, I'm not sure.
There's so many dice.
So many dice, it's hard to tell. There's so much crumping going on, I don't know what's happening.
You gonna crump some more frisbees? You're gonna do something useful this time.
Let's see what we can do. So lashing out to wound, these again are going to be wounding on 4s. So remove the 1s, 2s and 3s. So that time looks a little bit better. We have managed to inflict 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wounds at -1. And then the boss is going to swing out with his power snapper. So again, he's also hitting on 3s, so 2 hits. And he gets an extra pip to his strength from the weapon he's using, so it brings him up to strength 7. So he's going to be winning them on 3s. So that's 1 wound at -2, and that one does 2 damage.
Okay, so I'm going to start off by taking the first save from him on the drone, the shield drone. He failed it. He takes 2 wounds, so the 2 wound shield drone is removed. There is a total of 5 drones left. One of them is a shield drone, so I'm just going to start taking saves on the shield drone until he's dead. So 2 wounds at a time because he's got 2 wounds and he's got a 4+ invulnerable save. So that's 2 of the dice gone. And he's dead. So the shield drone is gone. It took 4 of the wounds to take him down though, so I'm happy with that. Which brings 7 wounds remaining, which I'm going to throw on the other drones, the other 4 drones that are left. So I'm going to have to do these kind of 1 at a time, or 4 at a time because there's 4 drones left. So that will be 5 to save. So 2 are still alive and 2 are dead. And then the last 3 wounds will go 2 at a time. 1 is alive and 1 is dead, so the last drone fails. So all the drones are dead, but there isn't a scratch taken on any of the battle suits.
They really just don't want to fight like men. Fight us like men! Fight us like orcs! So, same again, this time. You know, basically, like this game is devolving into just essentially Hulk swings angrily at frisbees in the park. So.
Yeah, keeps them entertained and distracted while we go and complete objectives and all that kind of thing.
So hopefully we'll be able to clear out the last few of the drones, and maybe we'll even pip something off some of the battle suits over here. So the last squad of orc boys are swinging into the final unit of crisis battle suits with their plasma rifles. So again, hitting on 3s. So let's start removing all those 1s and 2s, which I don't see as many of this time.
I do.
Maybe those drones ain't gonna save you now, boy.
Another 2 in there. Look at them. Cheeky.
One there and one there.
Sometimes he finds it hard to see you when they're past the chin, guys. So
yeah, it is a fact. You know, it's a curse I have to bear. So rolling to wound again. We're going to need 4s to wound the battle suits. That's pretty good. So we've this time with just the boys themselves managed to inflict 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 wounds. And then the sergeant of the squad, the knob, strikes out with his power claw, hits with all attacks, and wounds with 3 of them. So each of those are going to be at -2 to their save.
Okay, so I'm going to do this convoluted drone malarkey again. This is probably the last time I'll show the convoluted drone malarkey on the camera, and then we'll just kind of do it off camera because it can be kind of irritating. So we're going to start with the 3 seriously dangerous claw attacks. In this unit, there is actually 2 shield drones. So we're going to start about 2 at a time on the shield drones with their 4-up invulnerable save. So they both pass, so 2 of the snips go away. And we will take another one on the so that fails, that one's gone. One of the shield drones is been destroyed. Whoa. And now we got to work through the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 wounds. I'm not even going to show you guys that on camera. I'll just come back in a second and let you know what the result has been. So the result in the end was all of the drones were destroyed. I left 1 wound left over, which I threw onto the Iridian armored boss of the battlesuit unit who tanked it. So all the drones are dead, but the 3 battlesuits are sitting pretty and ready to unleash hell on those silly boys who tried to fight them.
Right, so I've got rid of most of the frisbees on the battlefield, so now it's time to see if I can actually crump something useful. So we're going to go over here and we're going to smash this thing. If I don't smash it, I might just smash the thing into the wall. So we're going to start off with the actual the squig pulling the kill rig, smashing full force into the Ghost Keel battlesuit.
There you go, you got it, dude.
There's too many cool names. I keep mixing them all up, to be fair. So it makes 4 attacks on the charge when it smashes in. So hitting on 3s, hitting on 2s even, sorry, because it gets a bonus to hit vehicles. So it hits 3 attacks. It is strength, strength +1. So it's strength going to be of 6. What toughness is the Ghost Keel?
I think it was 7, buddy. So I'll just double check that for you so you don't get upset. Well, don't worry, guys. You'll edit this boring bit out.
I'm going to get upset anyway. It's fine.
Ghost Keel is toughness 7.
Toughness 7. So I'm going to be wounding him on 5s. So 1 wound there. That's going to be at -2 and 3 damage.
So I get a 5-up save from this, which
passes.
I pass. These dice are great, by the way.
That's what
I mean, Dave doesn't think so, but I think they're great.
We're going to go to the guys on the back then. So the Butcher Boys swing out with their attacks. So they make 4 attacks, hitting on 3 and 2s again. So all hit. And wounding on 5s. So 2 wounds on from that. And they are -1 and 1 damage apiece.
So this will go to a 4-up save. Pass 1, fail 1. So I lose another wound. So I've lost a 7. So I need another orange dice field get you now.
Okay. And while you're grabbing that, we'll have the last bit, which is the actual the saw blades from the kill rig. So because it's gone down a profile, it now does d6 plus 1 attacks with that. So 6 attacks.
This is not good for the ghost kill, guys.
That's going to be hitting again on 2s. So all managed to hit.
Ouch.
And these are +2 to its strength. So these bring it to strength 7. So these are going to be wounding on 4s at -2 to its armor save. So 2 wounds and 2 damage apiece.
5-up saves. He fails both, so he takes an additional 4 wounds. That brings him to 11 wounds taken, and he has 12, so he's down to 1 wound remaining.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that is everything I have to swing at him. So it looks like he's going to live until the next turn, unfortunately.
Oof.
Not what I wanted.
No, not what you, but I wanted that though.
It's my turn, so it's about what I want.
Selfish, okay.
What to say, what to say. There's no more frisbees. I'm introducing a no frisbee rule now in this battle reports from now on.
Loads of frisbees. What is he talking about?
Okay, well, there won't be when I'm through with them. It'll now cut to footage of me sneaking into Andy's house and snapping all the little flight stands after the game.
Oh, that's cruel. Don't say that.
So, end of the turn, we've managed to get the Orks into the enemy lines. We haven't secured any victory points, unfortunately. We've got the Ghost Keel down to 1 wound remaining, so that's great. The War Boss is stranded out in the middle of no man's land on his own with no one to take any shots from him, and there's a big broadsuit looking at him. That's not so great. And over here, it's a big swinging melee in the middle, so I'm probably going to get shot next turn, loads more, so yeah. Ow! Send help! More boys, please!
We might work on some more boys for this Judy army just to help you out.
Yeah, come on, I need them right about now.
Yeah.
But still, like, we're in the combat phase now, so still lots to play for, so we're moving now into Tau turn 2.
Yes, we are. Okay, start of my turn 2. I'm gonna have to use my big brain thinky power thing to try and make this turn work.
This is big brain time.
I did manage to weather the Orc assault phase using my angry disco frisbees. But all of my units are basically locked in combat, which is not where Tau want to be. I will be pulling most of them out of combat so I don't get crumped in his assault phase. But then I'm going to have to try and soften them up with some firepower. The only one that's really free to do that is my broadside, which does have an immense amount of firepower. So we're going to see what that can do. And then, of course, Commander Breakdown over here is bristling with firepower. So I'm going to see if I can whittle down one of the Orc units with him as well. So wish me luck with that. And yeah, don't fail me now, Breakdown. We talked about this, okay? Okay, so it's time to pull my units out of combat. So we're going to start over here, and we're going to pull these plasma rifle wielding lunatics back out of the fight. You're wondering how is he going to stop it from just happening again next turn? Well, the broadside will shuffle along, and he's got quite a lot of firepower. So we're going to see if he can do anything to stem those tide of Orcs. Same thing over here. These guys are going to take a step back and try and get out of the Orcs' engagement range. Whether that's going to do much, I don't know, but we have our Commander Breakdown here, who I'm more tempted to try and take out the remaining 4 Orcs over here than I am to deal with this 9-man squad here, but I'll decide that in a minute. And then, of course, the broadside or burst cannon unit will also pull out of engagement range from the Orcs, just to save myself a little bit of heartbreak. And then the
Coward.
These guys will come over here with their marker lights, and Commander Breakdown will go here. Maybe he'll split fire, maybe he'll aim for a bit of both units. We don't know, we'll see in a minute. But that's where I'm at with my With his 1 wound left, he's going to scuttle away just to waste more of the kill rig's time before he manages to rhino squig right over the top of him. So, yeah. Okay, so we are going to now fire off the multitude of weapons from the broadside platform. First thing we're going to fire off before it gets crumped is its secret missile. So we're going to fire that over here at the kill rig. So I've got no marker lights or anything on this, so it's going to require 4s to hit, which it does manage to find its mark. It's strength 9. You're a toughness 8, aren't you?
We are indeed.
So 3s to wound you. It goes through, and its minus is -3.
So that's going to be a 6-up save for the orc machine. Nope, unfortunately not.
It's going better than I thought. It does 2d3 wounds. So it does 4 wounds.
So that means the kill rig has only got 4 remaining.
It's not a bad old shoot with the
Not a bad little package.
rain cannon, is it? Okay, we'll take that. Next, we're going to move over to the smart missile system, which is 8 shots. 2, 4, 8 shots. This one.
I think I have a hunch as to where this might be going.
They're going to go into the precious orcs in front of you.
Bye, guys.
So 4s to hit. 3 of them managed to find their mark. 5 of them did not. Oh no, I had the marker light. Sorry. So 5 of them found their mark. It's 4s to wound. So 2 wounds minus 1 damage. So
that's going to be 2 6-up saves. Of course not, and that means that 2 of the orcs come crashing to the ground, blown to bits.
we're going to go for the missile pods on the drones. 3 of them managed to find their mark. 1 of them still misses. At strength 7, they're going to be 3s to wound. 2 wounds. I think it's -1. Let me double check. Sorry.
Actually, they're strength 7, are they?
Yeah.
You're only going to be wounding me on 4s because my snake bites, if you're not strength 8 or above, 1, 2, or 3 is a failed wound.
That's absolutely amazing. So 1 wound goes through. It does -2 damage.
I'll shut up then.
Do you get your crazy orc?
Oh, I get my crazy ward save, juju save. No, never mind.
And then I am going to go full on in because I would just like to take some wounds off of that boy squad. So I am going to fire his crazy rail rifle at them as well. So the
Talk about point blank range, Jesus.
yeah, 3s to hit, and it's a 1 and a 2 to fail miserably. Like the barrel of that was up one of those orcs' nose, but he sneezed just as I pulled the trigger. So what are you gonna do? We'll try some other shoot, see what happens. Okay, time for Commander Breakdown to do his job, and he is gonna finish off these 4 orc boys left staring at my burst cannon unit. I have absolute faith in his abilities. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Commander Breakdown is going to take out the 5 remaining orcs. Absolutely no problem. I have faith. You're going to cut that a little bit out, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So the 2 plasma rifles, they hit on 2s. Both hit. And these are strength 8, so still 3s actually. Stupid tough orcs.
Yep.
Both wound -4, 2 damage. 3 damage actually. So they're each dead 3 times over, or?
6-up saves. One's alive!
Like I said, there's 4 orcs that he needs to deal with. Next is the time of the fusion blaster. It hits. It wounds. That does -4 d6 damage. Let me see if I killed it. Yeah, I did at least 1 wound. And then we have the missile pods, 2s, strength 7, 3s.
Strength
1 wound.
7, 4s.
Damn it. Still wounded.
Still wounded. Still go through.
Still takes another orc off the table. Maybe with a bit of crappy orc morale, the other 2 orcs might out of the game, which would make me really happy. Unfortunately, that will actually bring the shooting of my turn to an end, as everything else was stuck in combat. So only the broadside and Commander Breakdown could do their job, and what a job they did. We'll give them a round of applause for that. They killed those 4. They killed those orcs.
Killed them good and dead.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll just do our quick combat attrition test for these guys. So they lost 3, 3 and 4, 7, so they're all right based on the knob's leadership of 7. And over here we lost 1, 2, 3 guys as well. So again, 4 and 3. No, that's fine. So leadership with a knob of 7. So both passed their combat attrition tests.
Brave orcs, I guess.
Orc turn 3. Okay. There's distinctly less frisbees on the board this time.
Yeah.
So this time I might actually be able to do something useful. So I think the plan is going to be re-engage the battle suits in combat as best we can. So charge these guys forward so I don't have the machine guns firing at me again next turn. Send the other unit of orc boys. I think they're actually just going to turn around, ignore the guys with the melted guns, and they're going to go straight for commander breakdown. See if we can't pull down a prize and get myself a command point. So sorry breakdown, but I need to start getting some points on the board here.
I'm not worried at all. You will be fine. You're a beast.
And over here, I've got my choice of targets. It's either go for the plasma rifles or go for the broadside. But I think again, probably send them after the broadside and try and see if we can't start picking some wounds off of that. The commander is kind of stuck in the middle of nowhere, so he's going to have to hoof it really, really quickly to try and get into the fight. And then over here, the ghost keel's got nowhere else to go. It's between a rock and a hard place, and the hard place is going to try and smash it off the board.
Do you think I should stay at my stand and shoot for that?
So we're going to go on to the psychic phase, and we're going to attempt to manifest Frazzle with the kill rig and hopefully finish off the ghost keel. We don't need to use technology, we'll just use some magic mind juju bullets and see if that can do it. So unfortunately doesn't manage to manifest Frazzle, but I still have one more psychic power, so I might be able to manifest Smite, so we'll give that a try. There we go. Smite manifests on a 7, so that means a mortal wound, D3 minimum. So with 1 wound remaining, that means that ghost keel is...
Yeah, I mean, if I've got 1 wound left and I take 3 and I take... Oh.
Math.
We'll be good at it.
I'll be taking one of these.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations on your coin, sir. That brings us to 1 coin apiece.
So far. So, moving on to my shooting phase. Unfortunately, most of the weapons on the kill rig are going to be vastly out of range, but we are going to fire off the Loba, firing a shot into the small unit of marker light drones. So it fires D6 shots. So it fires 6 shots.
Yeah, of course it does.
Hitting on 5s now. So reroll that one. So I managed to hit with 3 of the shots. This is going to be strength 6. Drones are toughness
3, I think.
Okay, so 2s. So 3 wounds, each of those at -1.
So they get a 5 up, 6 up save then. So 2 dead and 2 are left alive.
And I'll take it. In terms of the rest of my shooting phase, there's not really a lot left to do. It's just a few shots from the orcs that are going to be charging into combat. So we'll roll that off screen and then we'll hop into the charge phase. Okay, so all the shooting done. Obviously the shots did little more than chip some paint off of some of the drones. Managed to take a wound off of one of Breakdown's drones. That's about all that they did. But we're now going to get into the charge phase, the important bit. So starting off here, we've got these 2 guys charging full speed into the machine gun toting burst cannon battle suits.
That will be the unit I will stand and shoot with, but we'll get back to that in a minute.
Okay. We've got this unit here charging into Commander Breakdown. So very much in.
You got this, Breakdown. Don't be sweating right now. You got this.
Mm-hmm. And over here, we've got the unit of orcs charging into the broadside battle suit. So 5-inch charge, which is more than enough at the short distance they need to go. And then it's up to the war boss to try and get himself into the fight. So
No.
6-inch charge not going to be enough. With the here we go reroll, a 4-inch charge is even worse.
You are lazy in this game.
Nash 2, what are you doing? You doing nothing.
Some war boss you got over there, man. Yeah. My boss in the thick of the fight and being an absolute beast. Your guy's over there, I don't know, practicing his breakdancing or something.
Building those sandcastles and working on his tan, you know. So we're going to get straight into the fight phase then, and we'll come back to you once I have the big mountains of dice that I'm going to need for this bit.
Or you mean my mountains of dice for shooting you first?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said before, each guy I'm going to fire individually. So 18 shots from the first guy, 6 is to hit, 1 hit, so that's 1 so far. The second guy is going to get way more than that. See?
Oh, gee.
I told you. So he gets 9. Half of the dice that he rolled were 6s. So that's 10 hits so far. And the next guy will hit somewhere in between. So he'll get about 5 6s, so you're fine. Oh, only 1, I got too cocky. So 11 6s were scored. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Requiring 4s to hurt the orcs. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Look at that. So I'm very hopeful that with these 8 wounds that the 2 remaining orc boys will get out of my face and leave me capable of shooting next turn. There, Andy dice.
So 8, 8.
Tau approved.
Okay, so because of that ungodly amount of firepower, we're down to 2 combats this round. So we're going to start off with, over on the left-hand flank, we've got the Beast Snagger boys piling into the broadside battlesuit. So starting off with just the regular boys, lashing out with their choppas, still infused by Wa energy. So hitting on 3s, so take out those 1s and 2s. Unfortunately, as big as the broadside is, he doesn't count as a vehicle, so I don't get my bonuses to hit him.
No, you do not.
But we do manage to hit him quite well, and because we are strength 6 on the charge, I believe. No, only strength 5. We are going to be winning him on 4s as well. So, taking out those 1s, 2s, and 3s.
It's quite a few of them there, you know?
Yeah, that's Dave dice for you.
Yeah.
But that is 6 wounds on the broadside battlesuit.
Minuses?
-1 to your save.
So, yeah, I'm going to tank them on... no, I'm going to take them all on him. So he's got 2 up save standard, so it goes to a 3 up. So he takes 3 wounds, which leaves him with 5. I'm going to try and leave those missile drones in play. I might get them to shoot again in the near future.
I like the fact that every single roll on that dice was either a 6 or a 1. There's just nothing in between.
I actually got these dice custom made. They only have 6s and 1s on them, so...
Wait a minute. Of course, can't leave the boss out of the fight, so the knob swings in with his power snapper. So again, hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s with his extra pip of strength. So only 1 wound, unfortunately. But this is at -2 to the broadside save and does 2 damage.
I'm just going to remove a drone from that. I think that's the best choice.
Frisbees!
You guys should have seen how awkward it was for Dave to get 2 fistfuls of dice. He was knocking over scenery and everything.
So let's see if we can take breakdown out of the fight now then. Right.
I very much doubt it.
So again, we're going to be hitting on 3s. And this is all just from the regular dudes.
Channel all those 1s and 2s, good. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, a few more in there. Get them. I see another 2. Look at you, cheeky.
Where? No. So let's just do the comparison, right? The 2 piles that we like to see from the last one. There's our successes. There's our misses. That's a lot bigger than I would like to see it being right about now.
Yeah.
So what toughness is Commander Breakdown?
Commander Breakdown is a commander in iridium armor. Not iridium armor, he's a enforcer armor, excuse me. I'm sure I can get to the page now and continue to faff and talk. He's toughness 5 with 7 wounds and a 2+ save.
Okay, so I'm going to be winning him on 4s at -1 to his save.
Yep.
It's a little bit better. So taking out those 1s, 2s, and 3s. Actually, there's a few more 1s, 2s, and 3s than I would have liked to see there.
Yeah.
So that is going to be a grand total of 8 regular wounds. So, and then we'll roll up the knob leading the unit's attack. So again, hitting on 3s. So 3 hits. Wounding on 3s this time because of the extra pip of strength. But unfortunately, only 1 at -2 and 2 damage.
Okay, so we're going to take the snipper save on the shield drone that's already taken a wound. He still managed to pass it, so get out of here. And we then have 8 wounds remaining, and I'm going to take them 3 at a time on the shield drones, as there's only 3 wounds left on the shield drone. So 4s. So one of them has gone away, 3 of you have gone away. And then another 2 wounds left. They're fine. 2 wounds left. They're fine. So one of the shield drones is on 1 wound and the other one is dead. And yeah. Frisbees! Now, frisbees are an infuriating thing to fight against in games. Yeah.
I'm looking around for something sharp or smashy.
I have those all on my side of the room because I knew this was going to happen. So, Commander Breakdown, I am quite impressed with his resilience, is going to wind up his battlesuit arm and poke you in the mouth. So, he hits you on 3s with his mass strength. He has strength 5, you are toughness 5, so 4 is the wound. He causes a single wound that does no minuses or any of that jazz, but it is going to still take an orc out of this fight. See? God damn it.
Turn recap not found. Not sure there's going to be an orc turn 3.
Yeah, there will be, but there'll only be a war boss and a kill rig left on the table. And then everything else will be dead.
I could really do with some Iron Warriors right about now.
Well, your Iron Warrior sent the orcs here, so it's all their fault.
Damn it.
Okay, so it is Tau turn 3. I'm going to try and rejig the board around so I can get as many guns to bear on these unsuspecting orcs as possible. So basically everything in my army can shoot apart from Breakdown and the broadside. That means I have 3 units of broadside, or 3 units of battle suits with a lot of firepower that are free to move around the board and get some shooting in. So I'm going to try and mop up the remaining orc forces by the end of this turn for the greater good. So I'm just going to fire off some of my marker lights really quick. So the 2 that are remaining here are going to go over here. So do they get one? I do indeed get a marker light token for here. And these 2 on this. Oh, I needed that. So that was unfortunate, but it's still okay. We'll make it work. So now we're going to move on to actually firing all of my weapons. Yeah, let's see what we can do. I'm going to start with the ones with the marker light over here with the plasma rifles and then work our way across. So let's see what happens. Okay, so starting by firing off the 6 plasma rifles on these guys here. I'm going to use my marker light to give them +1 to hit. So these are 3s to hit with their plasma rifles. So 2 miss and 4 hit. These are strength 7, is it? No, strength 8. So they're going to wound you on 3s. Fortunately, 2 of them don't. So that's 2 of your special orc 6-up saves. 1 survives,
One survives,
1 dies.
one guy gets vaporized.
And then we're going to fire off the missile pods. Once again, some hits, some miss. Only 1 wound.
Could have done with these kind of rolling earlier in the game.
Yeah, maybe. Still drops another.
Still drops another orc. Oh. Thanking you.
Yeah. Okay, now it's time for my favorite shooting unit in the army, which is the trip burst cannon broadside unit. So 18 shots per battle suit. So I'm going to start with 1 at a time. Unfortunately, because I didn't get the marker lights, these are all the ones that would have hit if I had it would have literally doubled my hits if I had gotten the marker lights off. Absolutely horrible.
Thank God.
6 hits so far. The second one. So 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 hits so far. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 hits. So there's 18 and I roll 5 more. So 4 to wound you. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 so far and 5 more. 15, 16, 17, 18 wounds on the remaining 8 orcs. I didn't need the marker lights after all, turns out.
So 18 dice, 8 orcs, 6-up save.
Hey look, you rolled some 6s. 4 of them are left alive. Oh, 5 of them. Only 13 dead. What happens if you take 13 away from 8? Okay, so last but by no means least for my shooting phase, the unit of usually anti-tank battle suits, and that's what their purpose is in the battlefield. But there's no tank except for this absolute unit here. So we're going to shoot the ever-loving bejeebus out of him. So we're going to start with these 6 fusion blaster shots, hitting on 4s. Exactly average. 3 of them hit. Their strength 8, but he is toughness 6, so it's going to be 3s to wound him. 2 wounds, -4. Yeah, -4.
So he's got a 6 up invulnerable save, so we'll see if that saves any of these.
Does the War Boss not get any better save than that? No.
No, not so
Fancy
much.
tokens or no? Oh god. 2d6 wounds on your Orc War Boss. 3. Could have done better with than that, but
So he's down to 3 wounds remaining. That is half his wounds gone.
okay, we're gonna go for the missile pods next. Same thing, 4s to hit. A lot less than average there. 3s to wound still. A wound, -1.
So 5 up save.
-2, sorry.
Oh, 6 up save.
Still saved.
That's the one we needed earlier. So he is a-okay.
New York weathered this turn a lot better than I thought they were going to, so looks like Orcs will move into turn 4.
Okay, Orc turn 4. I surprised myself. I actually managed to roll halfway decent dice, so maybe there's something to be salvaged from this. So no guns, no glory. We're just going to throw ourselves at the remaining objective markers. So the kill rig is going to go make a beeline straight for Commander Breakdown, hopefully take him out. And the War Boss is going to go straight for the broadside battlesuit and hopefully take it out. And then the last few remaining War Boys are going to slam into the plasma rifle toting gun suits just to hold them in place. I've nothing else on the board, unfortunately. I'm down to my last 3 units, so let's see if we can't make them count. Movement phase done, we move on to the psychic phase. So again, we'll start off with the Whir Tower, trying to generate, I don't think it's in range to frazzle anything, but we will try and smite something, and we're just going to try and smite Breakdown, just for the lols. So it's manifested on a 5, I don't know why I'm rolling 1 dice, I need 2. So it goes off on a 6, which does D3 mortal wounds to make Breakdown, so it does 2 mortal wounds to Breakdown.
So I'll take it on the Frisbee.
So Frisbee just dies.
Frisbee, well, it's got an invulnerable save, it's a shield drone.
Mortal wounds go straight through.
Goes through invulnerable, oh, okay. So yeah, the shield drone is removed from play and leaves Breakdown standing there like a beast by himself.
Okay, we're going to now fire the kill rig, so everything from the kill rig is going to fire into Commander Breakdown. So we're going to start off with the Whir Tower again. Assault D3 shots this time round. So only firing a single shot, but it does hit automatically. It's strength 9.
Toughness 5.
So wounding on, well, that's definitely a wound, all right. And it is going to be -3 to his armor save and D6 damage.
5 up save, so he's all good.
That's not exactly how I thought that was going to go, but okay.
No, me neither.
So then we'll move on to the stick of cannon, which is going to be out of range, and the heavy loba, which fires heavy D6 shots. So fires 5 shots.
That's not a number I wanted to see on that.
No, not so much. So hits with only 1 of the shots, unfortunately, and wounds on a 5. It should do. It's strength 6, so yeah, that is a wound.
Yep.
-1 to his save, 2 damage.
Ooh, it actually takes goes through and causes 2 damage, so he's gone from 7 wounds to 5.
So again, shooting did nothing, but we're going to charge it in straight into the combat phase now, so hopefully the boys can get stuck in. So we'll start off with the War Boss. Now he decides to wake up when he's got a target right in front of his face, and the remaining unit of boys also make it in.
So these are the ones that I will stand and shoot with. Yeah. Okay, so the plasma rifles from these 3 guys onto the Orks, requiring 6s to hit, 1 hit, and a wound. So you get your 6C up Orky save thing to keep you alive. Of course you do.
Nice.
And then 6 shots from the missile pods requiring 6s. Once again, 1 hit, 3s, cause the wound -2.
Which does go through, and that is 1 more Orc blasted off his feet. I don't see no more Frisbees around anymore, boys. Now you've got to take your hits. So, hitting on 3s. That's what we like to see.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No.
And wounding on 4s at -1. So that is going to be 4 wounds on the battle suits, and then the champion with the snipper hits 3 times, and wounding on 3s, wounds 3 times at -2 and 2 damage.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is 3 and 3 damage. Okay, so I'm going to start with 3 snippy wounds, and I'm going to take them on the sergeant who's wearing the iridium armor. So he has a 2-up save, which will go to a 4-up save from this, yeah?
Yep.
So 3 4-up saves, passes 2, fails 1, so he's taken 2 damage from that. So that's this boy here, and I have to continue to take wounds on him now because, well, that's just the rules. So these guys are -1.
-1.
So these will be 3-up saves. He has 2 wounds left, is it? Yeah, 2 wounds left. I'll take these 2 at a time. He's dead. So the other 2 saves will go in a normal battle suit with a 3-up save, which will become a 4-up save. So one of them loses a wound and is okay. So I remove the boss, and then one of these guys is on 3 wounds.
I finally got one.
That is actually, apart from the ghost keel, the first battle suit removed from the game. LOL.
Okay, so now we move on to the last bit of my swinging, and we've got the war boss finally getting stuck in. I'm going to try and rip down the battle suit. So he swings out first off 5 times with his claw, hitting on 2s. So I managed to hit 4 out of 5 times, and he is going to be a grand total of strength 10, which will be wounding the battle suit on 2s.
I don't think so.
Is the battle suit toughness?
No, he is toughness 5, it is 2s. Oh no. So 4 wounds.
They're -3 and 2 damage apiece.
So we're going to get rid of one of these to remove the drone. He's dead. And then we have 3 wounds left that do minus what now?
-3 and 2 damage apiece.
Okay, so he's a 2-up save, so it goes to a 5-up save.
2 up goes to a 3 up, goes to a 4 up, goes to a 5 up.
Yeah. 3 5-up saves. I failed 2 of them. How much damage?
So it takes 2 wounds each, so 4 wounds on top.
He goes down to 1 wound.
And then this, for the coup de grace, hopefully, the war boss swings out with his beast chopper. So he hits, he wounds. This one is -2 and 2 damage.
So I go to a 4-up save. I roll a 2, unfortunately. So war boss, what's his face?
War boss Gnashtooth takes the head off the battlesuit and, just for good measure, cracks it open and strangles the pilot inside. And more to the point, I'll be taking that. Thank you, sir.
Damn it.
Okay, so the end of orc turn 4. We just did a quick little bit of math, and it turns out that actually I'm ahead on points because I've managed to kill both the broadside and the ghost keel, and I still have my war boss alive and my kill rig alive.
So you've got 4 coins.
Yep, Andy is currently only in control of 2. He's killed one of my original kill rigs, and he's got Commander Breakdown still alive. But of course, the flip side of that is that it's now Tau turn 4, and all my things that were in combat are no longer in combat and are looking at many, many guns around them, and I have a feeling that all my coins are about to go into the minimum. So, yeah, Tau turn 4.
Okay, so we're moving into Tau turn 4, and I'm going to have pretty much exactly the same speed as I had for Tau turn 3. I'm hoping to do a lot of mopping up in this phase, a lot of crisscrossing. I'm going to have the fusion battle suits advance over here and try and finish the rig. The burst cannon battle suits are going to move here and try and take out the war boss. Breakdown is either going to go for the war boss or finish off the rig. I don't think he'll get to the war boss. I think it's probably best if he shunts across and deals with the rig. And then these 2 battle suits won't be able to fight. I'm not going to back them out of the fight though. I'm just going to try and clobber them over the head with plasma rifle arms. Oh, you get! So that's my plan. So I'm going to fire off some marker lights first to hopefully get some good shooting on, and then move into movement. So time to move some of these battle suits around. So with their very impressive 10-inch movement, these fusion battle suits are going to move towards the vehicle-esque thing, and they're going to do their bloody job. Commander Breakdown is having none of it. He's looking at the charging rhinoceros squig and saying, I am sick of this. This is definitely not for the greater good. Animal cruelty and all that. I'm going to sort this out and free it from its orc slavers. That's his plan. He's going to free it with fire and brimstone. Anyway, my favorite unit once again is going to fly up and see if they're within 18 inches. They are, so they will able to burst cannon the ever-loving hell out of the war boss. 4 frisbee still on the table, buddy. So yeah, now we're going to go into, leave them alone, leave them alone. Now we're going to go into the shooting phase and hopefully cause pandemonium. So the fusion of battlesuits are going to use the marker light and fire off all their fusion guns at the angry rhinoceros. So 3s to hit. This is why marker lights are so good. It would have been 2 hits, now it's 5 hits. Absolutely incredible. And then these shots are strength 8. So what toughness is your Squigosaurus thingy?
Toughness 8, I think.
So we'll go for 4s and see if it matters. It will matter if you're 7 or 8. It'll be the difference between 3 or 1 hit.
I will tell you now, it is. So I frantically searched through the book to try and find the page. Hunter Rig, here we go. He is toughness 8.
Okay, so one of the wounds goes through, does -4. I think you get your crazy 6-up save.
We do still get our crazy 6-up save,
which fails.
Unfortunately.
It does D6 damage, which is 5. I believe you have 4 left.
Yeah, only 4 wounds remaining, so that is the rig taken out of the game.
Boss!
Give me mine. Okay, the burst cannons from the burst cannon squad are going to use the marker light on the war boss and fire off their 18 shots per battlesuit at him. So 3s to hit. Take out the 1s and 2s. And as soon as I get marker lights on him, look, no bloody 3s. And these are strength, oh, let's just, sorry, we need to continue on. So, oh, why did I do that? Took away 5. So there's 13 hits from the first batch. Oh, let's just do wounds as well. Sorry to be so confusing, guys. This is just going to make it easier. You're toughness 6, aren't you?
6.
So these are 5s to wound you. So 7 wounds from the first batch. Oh, 8 wounds from the first batch. This makes way more sense than the other way. Take away the 1s and 2s. Yep, and looking for 5s. So we have 8 so far, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 so far. And the last one, take away the 1s and 2s. What did I say, 18 so far? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 wounds on the Orc war boss with 3 wounds remaining. Hold on, Dave, you missed one of the dice down here. I'll roll it for you. There you go. Yeah, you passed that one. See?
Yeah, but not the rest of them.
So what's his save?
Not enough.
It's what is it, 5 up?
Yeah, 4 up, but still.
Oh, it's a 4 up. That's loads of save dice. Let me just count them off here, buddy. So he's passed 10 saves. Now, fortunately, he's failed 10 saves as well. He's got 3 wounds left. So if 1, 2. Oh, he's dead.
Well, I've got to look pleased now, haven't I, without being smug?
Yeah, you're not pulling that off.
So we have the end of Tau turn 4. The result is this is the only orc left on the table. Everyone else has been decimated by angry frisbees and mass firepower of the Tau battlesuits. Like I said, I wanted this to feel like a drop insertion force, something that the Tau would kind of react with. Future games of Tau will include line infantry of things like fire warriors, but I must say playing with an all battlesuit army was so much fun. I'm very delighted with the result. And yeah, so much for Orks, 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 Orks. Hey guys, it is the end of the battle report. Suffice it to say, the Tau reigned supreme in this game. Unlike the devastating result that happened the last time the Orcs took to the field fighting my Krieg, I was definitely the one with the more firepower, better tactics, all around better army this time. And it left Dave with a sad face on him, so I'm extra delighted.
Do I have to publish this battle report?
You're the editor, you can do whatever you want, really.
Cool, this will never see the light of day, it's fine. I'll just go and I'll publish the one from the last time round and just
You're just gonna like superimpose Tau battlesuit heads on all the Kriegsmen.
Yeah, exactly. No one will ever know the difference. Isn't it great?
So yeah, like I was saying just before we hit the record button here, even though at the end of the game it ended up being quite one-sided with the amount of Tau left on the table versus Orcs, I did think each turn there was a good bit of back and forth. All the orcs did smash in twice, which could have had some really devastating effects if some of the rolls had been better or worse, or there had been less frisbees on the table. We're both slightly concerned that we didn't do the frisbees correctly. I'm fairly sure I did, as goes hitting a unit that has loads of different saves and different wounds and different armor. It was a big pain, but
as we've said in a lot of the previous battle reports, we are still relearning the whole, this is how 40k kind of works. We're coming from Age of Sigmar and Lord of the Rings backgrounds that we're more familiar with, so do bear with us, and if we did make a massive egregious error on something, please do point it out. And if you cheated me out of a game, please do point it out, especially with those goddamn frisbees.
No, I'm in charge of the comments, so I can just delete those before you see them, so it's okay. So once again, thank you guys for sticking around to the end of the video. It is very much appreciated. I want to say another big thank you to GameMat.eu for providing us with not only the map but the scenery that we played on here today. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit the like button below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button for all future uploads. Absolutely. And like Dave said, if you have any questions, if you have any aggrievements, if you have anything to complain about or compliment us on or anything like that, put it in the comments below and I will get back to each and every one of you guys.
Yep, we're moving into the next phase of this campaign now. We've wrapped up the initial opening arc of the Krieg versus the Iron Warriors, so now we're moving the story forward into this different theatre of war. So you're going to see more varied battlefields, different types of games, and potentially new armies starting to be introduced as well.
Yes,
so
I basically have to paint up a new 1,000-point army every 2 weeks. So next is going to
be... Yeah, exactly. So there you go. And I guess with that, we will see you in the next battle report.
Yeah, see you guys in 2 weeks. Peace out.
Bye-bye.